Hi. It's good to talk with you a little bit about your upcoming TED Talk speech. I think your topic is super interesting and I think your presentation is going to be outstanding. So let's get started on looking at your preparation notes. Your introduction, I think, is outstanding. Your attention getter is on point. I can see that your audience will probably respond in a way that is just kind of what you're hoping for as a speaker. Just, perk up, listen, and give you an open mind so that you have a chance to really share with them your ideas about the excessive use of technology for children and how harmful that could be, and young adults too. So your attention getter, I think, is great. I think your purpose statement is also very clear. It's kind of more of a purpose paragraph, but I think in this situation it works. Your preview of your main ideas. Here, I think you might want to be a little bit more specific. You might find it helpful to actually have your main ideas written out, at least in key phrases, if not full sentences. So I'm looking to see if you've done that. Yeah, so I would write them out as full sentences. This way you can start to see how they relate to each other, and it will also help your audience to get some clarity on what you're going to be talking about so that they know what to listen for. When we give a speech, it's super important to tell your audience what you're going to say, then you say it, and then you remind them what you just said. And I know this is really repetitive, and it's probably not something you would do in your writing, but it's something you would want to do in a speech because you really only have that one chance for your audience to listen and remember your ideas, and having that repetition can be really helpful. So I would recommend as you're revising your handout, your speech preparation notes, since you submit the revision as part of your assignment at the end of November, definitely revising your main ideas, just so doesn't have to be too much, but just so that at least there's a full sentence so we can kind of see what your perspective is about these things and how they tie back to your purpose for the speech. Moving on to the body, I think it's very clear that you've done some really thoughtful reflection and kind of starting to piece together how these ideas interact and how you can elaborate on them so the audience has a deeper understanding of the ideas that you're talking about, which is what good speakers do and what good teachers do. You mentioned weight gain, and then you have several different facts. Now, the one thing that your main ideas are missing, I think collectively, is your research. So for this assignment, it is a research presentation, which is similar to a research paper, which means that you're going to need to include your research and evidence from sources within your supporting material and how you elaborate on your main ideas. So 5 sources are required for this speech, and I noticed that I don't think you have any right now. Yeah, so that would definitely be an area that you can improve for your final draft, and having the sources will also help you to elaborate on your ideas a little bit more. Now, when you're elaborating on your ideas, you can, and these facts that you have listed here right now are a wonderful starting place. You probably also want to include some examples, some statistics, which I think you already are starting to get in there, and some stories, jokes even. I'm not sure if that's appropriate for this topic or not. That would be your call as a speaker, but you'll be talking for about 5 to 7 minutes, so including that variety will help to maintain your audience interest in your topic. Your conclusion is definitely on its way. I especially like your memorable ending. I think it's great. So just to kind of summarize my thoughts here on your draft is you are on your way to creating a really interesting speech. Your intro is pretty solid. Just improve the preview of your main ideas, and your conclusion is looking good. I think the main thing that you're going to want to work on between now and when you present will be your research and integrating the evidence and supporting materials as a way to kind of back up your main ideas. But then again, I'm excited to see your speech. I think you're you're going to do great.